Welcome to the Leather Journey Gong Show edition. Today we're going to talk about over the knee. Over the knee, normally we think of in the Spanko community as over the knee spanking or over the knee paddling, but we're going to talk about over the knee in terms of over the knee caning. So first you need to find a nice, real comfortable chair, one that's not so high that the submissive or the bottom that you're using can't bend over you. Today we're going to continue our technique series, and we're also going to talk about OTK, which is over the knee. Today's technique is called a J strike. Think of the letter, the letter J and the shape that makes. Some of you may see this and think it's more of a U shape. If you want to think of it as a U shape, I won't be offended. But a J strike starts up about shoulder high, and it comes down and swoops in, and at the end of the J, you give it a little wrist snap. We'll try to demonstrate that while we do OTK. You can do a J strike in other positions, like if you're standing or you're working with different pieces of dungeon equipment. Now, OTK, over the knee. A lot of people don't think of canes when they think of over the knee. We think of barehanded spanking. If you're going to a Spanko party, you definitely need to find out about the protocols, because some of the naturalist spankers don't believe in any implement other than the bare hand. But if you're going to a party where they allow you to use implements, everybody's going to bring their paddles along and maybe their crops, but you'll probably be the only one there that brings canes. So for OTK, we're going to use a shorty. This shorty's a natural raw rattan shorty. It's a great one to start with because it's not so dense. But anything in your cane bag, whether it be the oversized evil stick to one of the short tenor canes. We've got a rawhide cane here. I've got the canes that I love to use for percussion and drumming. So the key is anything that's short enough that when the bottom is laying across your lap in an OTK position, you can wield it and implement it. So we're going to give you a little illustration of that. At the same time, we're gonna do it to a little music. I'm going to try to go through all of the techniques that we have demoed so far. So I want you to watch and see if you can pick up the difference between feathering, the difference between tapping, bouncing, strike and hold, strike and draw, bounce back. All of these different techniques we'll try to demo, but we will also demo the J strike. So we're going to need to get Moodstone in here and get her settled in. In all the Gong Show editions, the demo bottom that we used, we're not going to be able to use because the YouTube reviewer didn't like it that we were using a demo bottom. I mean, they're okay with transparent closed try-on hauls, and Lord help the poor pole dancer that's only wearing a G-string and a thong, but allow a demo bottom who's fully clothed to raise their skirt up and show a thonged butt, and it's just too much for them. So we have our trusty chicken demo bottom. So the demo bottom gets comfortably arranged over your lap, and if you're at a Spanko party that's for purists, they're probably only going to let you use your bare hand, right? But some Spanko parties will allow the use of a paddle. So a nice oak paddle gets a little bit of a response from the chicken. But what I like to do is take a cane that's called a shorty. I consider any shorty a cane that's 18 inches long or shorter. Short enough that when you're sitting, you can wield it and it will hit the strike zone of the person that you're playing with that's bent over your lap, okay? So all of those techniques that we taught in caning, feathering, strike and hold, strike and draw, strike back, bouncing, all of those can be used. Another technique I like to teach with over the knee is what I call a J stroke. And it forms the letter J. So the stroke starts up here and ends down here. So if you follow the path of the cane, it's making a J shape. Some people might visualize that as a U shape. I won't get offended if you think that looks like a U. Okay, it's a J shape. And when you end it with a little bit of a wrist snap, okay? So the J shape ending with a wrist snap, right into our chicken demo bottoms patootie here, okay? And they don't seem to be minding this at all. We appreciate all of our viewers. We thank you for being a little tongue-in-cheek with this presentation. And as always, we thank our rubber chicken demo bottom. Thanks for watching The Leather Journey.